Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu5, and this is going to be kind of an interesting conversation. Who here remembers Pokemon? If you were born in the 90s, like 90s, early 2000s, Pokemon was a really, really big deal. Like, all the kids were collecting Pokemon cards, watching the Pokemon cartoons, Pokemon games on the Nintendo 64, the Game Boy Color, then the Game Boy Advance. Pokemon was a big deal, and there was a very interesting concept or ethical question you have to ask yourself: is the whole storyline, or is the practices in Pokemon ethical or moral? And you're probably asking yourself, what is this about? I'm saying that in this cartoon, in the video games, you run around catching wild animals, the Pokemon are animals, or aliens or whatever, and you're catching these wild animals, putting them in a small ball that actually gets bigger or smaller depending on if you're storing it or not, and then you're forcing them to fight other animals so you can win a lapel pin, or so you can win money, or a tournament, or a badge, whatever you want to call it. You're catching wild animals and you're forcing them to fight each other for money and prizes. It's very interesting. I don't know why I didn't catch it when I was younger. That's the whole concept behind being the Pokemon master. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon! A subliminal advertisement at its best, and it wasn't subliminal. But they convinced all of us to buy Pokemon cards because we gotta catch 'em all or collect them. And yeah, think about it. If Pokemon was real, like if animals could really go around obeying commands to the extent where they can attack other Pokemon in this real world that we live in, would it be ethical? Would it be allowed? I mean, you can't have dog fights. Dog fights are unethical and illegal. Cockfights, at least in the United States, is illegal and unethical. What else is there? I know that there was praying mantis fights that people gamble on. I'm not sure if there's a law behind that. But yeah, think about it. We can't have dog fights. That's bad. Can't have, I guess, cat fights. I imagine that's illegal. I can't have a dog attack a cat and a cat attack a dog. You can't have cockfights, chicken fights. That's what I mean by that. I know that meaning could be misinterpreted if you're in like San Francisco or something, but yeah, chicken fights, that might be the more appropriate term. Those are illegal. You're forcing animals to fight each other for your entertainment and for money. But yet in Pokemon, that's exactly what you're doing. You're catching wild animals that initially don't want to be caught. They're fighting your Pokemon that you own, the starter Pokemon. They're fighting so they won't get caught. Then when you catch them, they magically do whatever you want them to do. So that's my question. Is Pokemon, the basis behind Pokemon, what's put in the games and what's put in the cartoon, is it ethical, moral? Would it be frowned upon against in our society if it was actually going on? And what was very interesting about this, I thought of this last night. This is the 11th. The 10th, last night before I was going to bed, I thought of this. And during my lunch break, I talked to my brother, and I told him this epiphany that I had about Pokemon. And he was like, you know what's really weird? I was having the exact same thoughts recently. Like, we both came up to this conclusion separately, but at the same time. So that's kind of that freaky twin peril thing I guess everybody's talking about. Me and my twin did have our own language, although I can't remember it. But yeah, Pokemon. Very interesting stuff. So that's it. I'm not going to ramble on too much longer because I think I hit all my bullet points. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it entertaining or enlightening or educational. And thank you. I'm a Satsu 5. I'm out.